Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television GPTV. I'm Brett. In my hands is the fifth quarter from First Second. It's out this week. New graphic novel. I'm loving this one. I actually finished this and immediately wanted to read the next volume, which has been announced, but I don't know when it's coming out. So this is by Mike Dawson, and it's a pretty entertaining and fun read. So it's about Lorin Block. She loves playing basketball. And she's part of the fourth grade travel basketball team, but she's in the extra period team. So they play before the real game starts as part of the fifth quarter. Of course, their scores don't count, and then the real team gets in. But Lorin wants to get better. This is all about her and her focus to improve in the game, and then how she has to do that and balance her relationship with her friends. Now, Lori's mom has decided to run for local office, so that's a nice little parallel of the two of them as they pursue their interests and wants. I think it's really, really solid. I mean, the ending of the graphic novel is not what I expected at all. It was a pleasant surprise. I think there's some fantastic lessons in this. Honestly, like, Lori at times comes off as the bad guy with her and her friends. So the fact that she's not the victim all the time and in some ways the bully, it makes the graphic novel really stand out to me. I actually think it's a really great lesson in a different perspective, where Lori just thinks she's making jokes. As a reader, I kind of cringed at some of the jokes, and her friends thinks it's kind of bullying and being mean. So I actually think that's something you rarely see, at least in the stuff I've read for kids. So to see that, I think is excellent. Like, it's really good and a nice lesson of, just because you say something or how you perceive something doesn't mean how others will perceive it. So, there's fantastic lessons in there to take away. And then you got this story about the basketball and their mother running for office, and the two compared, I think, are excellent. You got kind of the drive of each of them, each going through steps and how it kind of sucks in their lives. And Lori doesn't understand why her mother is busy and doesn't have necessarily time for her family and thinks she's taken away. But at the same time, Lori is kind of doing the same thing to her friends with her focus on basketball. So, the fact that this is going on and we can compare everything, I think is actually really cool. There's something, I think, solid to it. Like, it's just a well plotted and well thought out graphic novel and story that there's a lot of lessons in there. Whether or not kids will just really pick up on them, like, I have no idea. But as an adult, like, I quickly understood what was going on and kind of how things tied together. So in that way, I think the story is absolutely fantastic. I really like the art style. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like Sunday comic strips, and that's not a bad thing at all. Like, I actually dig the style. I grew up loving Sunday comic strips, so it's not a knock at all. It's just kind of what it reminds me of. This isn't one that's got tons of action and like is really driving home those like crazy moments like you might see in some other stuff, a lot of sports manga, stuff like that. Instead, it's really about the characters, the reactions, the parents, the crowd, the other players, all that. So it's good, and the fact that you have a main character who's not necessarily very good at what she does is awesome. We get to see her grow, we get to see her practice and realize that there's so many kids that are way better than her, but she has strengths of her own and she builds off of that. So like it's really, really well done. I mean, this is a fantastic read. I would probably put it like I guess middle grade would be it. I think like the 10 to 14-ish age, I think would be pretty good. Maybe 10 to 13, 10 to 12, somewhere around there. Maybe a little bit younger, like 8 and up would be my guess. Somewhere around there. I don't know. I'm still figuring that stuff out. But yeah, I mean, this is, I think, a solid read for younger kids. There's nothing objectionable about this. In fact, there's a lot I think even younger kids will appreciate and pick up on and be able to relate to. So it's top-notch stuff. It's really cool. When I saw this, I was really interested in reading that, and it lived up to the expectations I built in my head. So kudos, props. Go check this out. I think this is a really good read for kids. As an adult, I actually really enjoyed it. There's a lot of subtle, small stuff as an adult you will appreciate it that kids might not pick up on. Out now in shops, you can go get it. Should be in comic shops soon. We got a link beneath our video. Put in your zip code, tell comic shops near you. They should be able to get you. First Second is regularly in comic shops, so it should not be a problem. If your comic shop isn't able to get it for you, we do have links underneath this video. They're affiliate links, so we get a small percentage by doing that. You help support our site, though. And speaking of support, I want to thank First Second for hooking us up with the review copy. I want to thank you for watching. If you're into comics, if you're into graphic novels, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, keep reading those comics and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.